Rubber, never forget it. Hey, alright, so the dipstick, ooh, the light's way too bright for me. The dipstick casing that the dipstick slides into is missing on this vehicle. So I went out and I bought a new one. My brother was at the wreckers yesterday and grabbed one. So I think what I'll do is the dipstick that's in the car is orange, but yet the housing that they sold me from the VW dealership is yellow. This other one's yellow. Maybe what I'll do is I'll sit this new one aside, use the one my brother got me, as well as change out the dipstick so it matches. So let me show you where, in the event that you do not know, this casing goes, and just what it looks like. Alright, so if I can get some light on this for you, you can see the hole down there that the dipstick is in. I don't know if you can see it or if you can identify it. Come on, light, work with me. Okay, so that hole there, that's where the casing sits, and it comes up it comes up right to the neck of this thing, of this dipstick. So you're just gonna pull it out, clean it off, and then put in the new casing, put in the new dipstick. I'm gonna measure the two, make sure that they are the same length, slip it in, and that will be that. So just like that, the dipstick is in. There's a little area here that piece of metal here that just kind of stabilizes it. It is in. It's time to measure the dipsticks and make sure that they are the same length. They are just shy of being the same length. I'm gonna go with the yellow handled one as opposed to the orange handled one. I fear that this casing is going to slide off every time I check the oil stick, the dipstick. I'll have to look into that one. Well, that intro was botched. Anyhow, sorry, I'm a bit sick, but, we don't have very many nice days left, so I've got to get out and get this thing done. I am going to replace the cowl, put the wipers back in, finish wiring up the car. When I say finish wiring up the car, what I mean is wiring up the audio. I've rewired the rear speakers now to do the fronts and the tweeters in the dash. That's the plan for the day. Let's see how far I can get. Gotta re-vacuum first. You would think that I didn't do this before. There's a pinch area on the body of the car, or on the windshield, I should say, and the plastic piece sits, and there's a lip, I guess a tongue and groove kind of setup, where the tongue locks in, and that's what gives the plastic some support. Rubber, never forget it. Same thing, tongue and groove.
I did label them right, left. Later, I will change the blades. And that's what the tape is for, to mark where it's sat. So hopefully I can get it back there, so we're not in mid-sweep or anything of that nature. Again, torque spec on a German vehicle is good and tight. One assignment done for the day. Let's get to the second. Once again, I had put my head down, didn't pull out the camera. Okay, so you can see that cable there from that speaker. That's going under the carpet here in the back. Same with that side, going down into the carpet or under the carpet. Along under the underside of this plastic trim. It's going to go all the way up to under here, across and up to the deck. I've got it partially pulled out. Now the wires are run as far as I can underneath coat hanger. I'm gonna send it down and see if I can get to the bottom. If not, then I'll tape the wires to the cable to the hanger and try to go up from the bottom. Got it through. Now some tape, pull the wires up. Didn't work. Try that again. Wires are through. To pull the door, I'm going to replace these speakers and I'm going to rewire. So there's a screw. You take off the plastic cap, screw here, then there are 3 under here. Pop the clips around, slide it up to take the top of the door out of the little channel, then disconnect all the wires behind there for the window, the latch, the light, and everything should come off. What your door should look like after you've removed the skin. Disconnect the connection for the windows. This one, I believe, this is for the other light. And then you snap this piece out, unhook this, and that's what you've got. There's the speaker, there's the window regulator. With this model, you've got to drill out the rivets. So let's get to that next. And that's the speaker. Just remember, when you're doing this job, put the windows up. That way when you're drilling out the rivets, if you go too far, you don't hit the window. Now, I've got to grab the vacuum and try to collect all of the bits that fell inside the door, just so there isn't any rattling, you know. Quickly escalated. I figured I would run the wire from the speaker along to keep it nice and neat. So I figured if I remove the glove box, it would give me room to get through. You remove the panel that sits here. There's a screw here. There are two up here, three down here. You remove this, which has two screws on the bottom. Then you pry off the heated seat cover, and there are screws under there. Pull those two, wiggle this out. Then there's one more here. Oh, right, and don't forget the hidden one over here. And then I believe the whole thing should come out, and let's see if that gives us any room to work through or work with. At this rate, I should just remove the center console and respray it as well. Spray this, spray the centerpiece. Might as well do these because they look a little rough. The finish is peeling. And if I do those, I might as well do the ones on either side of the steering wheel. Rabbit hole. Being online, looking up speaker sizes, and everything is supposed to be 6 1/4. I have a 6 1/2. This is definitely not 6 1/4. Not even close, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back. It's not the best sound quality, but this speaker I believe was not blown. At least the two fronts weren't blown. So I've got the rears in. I guess what I'll do is put the fronts in, put them back in, and then adjust audio levels. If that doesn't work out very well, then I'll probably run an amp or somewhere, run the amp, and then have the two back speakers play bass, because they are DVC subs, 6-inch. And then adjust the fronts for just mids and highs. I don't know what other options I have other than to reorder, but I'm already pretty close, if not over the budget by a little. So let's get these back in and see where we can go from there. I'm going to find out the size of this, because this really is annoying.